Then the fourth one I wrote here is biological clock. You know, there's this thing they say about, a woman has a biological clock, and that is the reason why families put pressure on their daughters, especially their daughters. Oh, you're getting too old. You know, you don't want to have children when you are in your 30s. You don't want to have children when you're in your 40s. You know, those children, something will be wrong. My sister, that's a lie. People are having children at any age. This is the world we live in now. The world has gone nuclear. The world has gone global. The world has gone technical. Everything is technology. Anything is possible under the sun. So if you want to take your time, it's okay. If you want to, there's so many ways you can have children these days. Back in Africa, where I come from, it was a big taboo for you to do in vitro. It was a big taboo for you to do surrogacy. It was a big taboo for you to adopt a child. Now in Africa, people don't care. The world, you see, internet and technology has made the world a global village. So people are seeing things and seeing what is happening in other parts of the world. And now it is more acceptable in my country. It's acceptable in African, the continent Africa now. People
Live from Atlanta, Georgia. Beautiful, wonderfully made by God. Welcome to the Big Show.
People are beginning to see that it doesn't matter. You see, the world has changed. So don't let that, biological clock, your biological clock is ticking. In Africa, that time, they'll tell you, your biological clock is ticking. Before you go have children, they will start telling you stuff like that. My sister, don't let nobody, put you in that thing. Biological clock or no biological clock. If you can marry young, in your 20s, in your 30s, good. If you can marry is in your 40s, it's also good. Don't let nobody put pressure of biological clock on you and make you go do what you don't want to do, or put you into a marriage you are so unhappy and sad about, okay? And then the final and the fifth one is societal pressure. The society on its own too. I talked a little bit about the family pressure and the societal pressure. Remember, what makes up a society? Families. Families make up societies. Families make up community. Community makes up the society. So this is the world we live in. If in this family they are putting pressure on their children, especially the female ones, to go get married, and this family is doing the same thing, and this family is doing that, you see, is now a societal pressure. Is now a societal thing. Everybody in the society is pushing you. Go get married. Go get married. What are you doing? So now women are trying to resort, and men, not only women, don't get me wrong, men too. Men are now saying, you know what? If I'm not gonna, even though I know I am not ready, even though I know I don't want to settle down right now, but my mates are all married, all booed up, and my mother is saying, oh, and with the men, see what the mothers do. When will I ever see my grandson? When will I see my granddaughter? I'm going to die, oh. I'm going to die and I will not see my grandchildren. This boy, when will you get married? So they now put pressure on the men, and then these men go out there. They do anything to get the money to get married, or they will start looking for women that are well placed, women that have good jobs, women that have good businesses. They are now going to dig for gold, because it's not about love. It's not about waiting for them to be financially ready. It's not about, finding who they love. It's now a race against time. I need to get married so my parents can see my grandchildren, so my parents can see my family before they die, because that's what they're demanding from me, and so on. So those are, for me, those are the 5 reasons why I think people are desperate. The first one I talked about is people don't want to be alone. The second one, people don't know who they are and what they are worth. Number 3, the family pressure. Number 4, biological clock of women ticking. And the 5th one, societal pressure. Now, my sister and my brother, I'm coming to the end of this video. And I want to talk to you from one sister to the other, from a unique to the other, even from a sister to my brothers out there. Don't let the society or your family pressure you into what you don't want. What you don't want to be is to be desperate. You don't have to, some people call them desperado. You don't want to be desperate. From this story, That's why I wanted, when I saw this, my sister's email, I answered her on the email, but I told her I was going to come and do a video on it so that I can also, talk to other uniques. 3 times she has given this guy 3 times money to go buy an engagement ring, and the guy spent it, and up till today still has not engaged her. She has not met anybody from this boy's family, because he keeps telling her, oh, unless we are engaged, I can't take you to my parents. My sister, I'm not going to say you're desperate, but from everything we have said, I want you to make the call yourself. Do you think you're a little bit desperate, or do you think you're all the way desperate? You can't make a man settle down if he's not ready to settle down. Okay? If he loves you and he really wants to have a future with you, let me be honest with you. A man that sees you as a potential wife, or a woman that sees you as a potential husband, they don't waste time. Once they see you, remember, I always tell you guys, once they see you, they know you are precious. They know you are the best thing that will ever happen to their life. They know that once they get you into their home, everything about you will change, about them will change. So guess what they do? They go and take you. I always say this, they take you off the shelf. They put a ring to it. You don't have to manipulate. You don't have to play games. You don't have to cajole them and pressure them into giving you a ring. They know your worth. But you need to know your worth first for them to see that worth and say, you know what, this girl is not gonna go free. Mbam, bam, 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 bam. Igala, you can't go for free. I must marry this one. You see this one, I must marry this one. And they go to that extra length to get you. Like I told you guys, I use the analogy of going to the store. You go to the store, you go to Macy's, you find a bag you like, it is very beautiful, but you don't have the money right now to afford it. What do? You take it to the layaway department and tell them, you know what, keep this bag for me. I'm going to pay 20%. By the end of the month, I'm going to come back and get my bag. Why do you take it to layaway? Because you're scared if you leave it there, somebody else that has the same eye like you might see that bag and take it from you. And maybe the next time you come back, that bag might not be there. That's the same thing with you, my sister. That's the same thing with you, my brother. Know who you are and whose you are. You are an awesome being, I tell you, beautifully, fearfully, and wonderfully made. Build on yourself. If you think you are not all that, take time, go get into seminars, go into coaching. I tell you guys, I do a coaching, I Am Enough. It's a self-confidence and self-esteem building coaching. Hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Facebook, or hit me up on my website. Come on, let's work on you so you know who you are. And once you know who you are, I promise you, my unique, the right person, the rib of your rib, the flesh of your flesh is going to come. But you need to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, then how is he going to come when he doesn't even know who you are? You have to know who you are and know what you're working with. You don't have to be desperate. You don't have to go all the way. I have had, some of my emails, I've had women say how they got pregnant to rope him into marrying them. And then once they got pregnant, they had the baby and they found out that the man is married. And the man say, you know what, I pay child support, but I'm not leaving my wife. Why do you have to do all that? If a man is not ready to settle down, having a baby for him will not make him settle down. If a man is not ready to be a husband, having a baby for him will not make him be one. My sister, my brother, this is the time we need to do a reflection with our lives and tell ourselves, you know what? I am better than this. I am worth more than this. I know who I am, and I know I am enough. My good, my bad, and my ugly, I am still enough. And my sister that wrote this email, I hope you got your answer. You asked me the question, am I desperate? I'm not going to answer it, my sweetie. But I'm going to tell you from everything we have said, do you think maybe you are? Do you think maybe you are a little bit desperate? Stop giving that man money to go buy you an engagement ring, because the next one you give him, he's going to tell you maybe he bought a new car with it this time, or maybe he took somebody else on a date with that. Stop wasting your money. Invest in yourself. Take care of yourself and let the real man come to you. And let the rib of your rib come to you. All right? All right, guys. I think we're going to stop right here. All right, guys. I think we're going. What did this person say? Completeness in yourself. That's right. Find completeness. Latoya said, find completeness in yourself. First, you have to be complete. Know who you are. Find completeness in yourself. And know that you are enough. Know that you are enough. Thank you, Latoya. Find completeness in yourself. You don't have to be desperate. And let me tell you something, my sister. When you're desperate and you get that man with desperation, guess what? He is not meant to stay. He's not going to stay. If he stays, he's going to make your life a miserable life because he doesn't want to be settled. You brought him there. He doesn't want to be settled. You brought him there. So because you brought him there, he's like, okay, you brought me here. So I'm here now. Now what next? And you don't want to go through all that. Okay, my unique? I love you guys. Remember, you are beautifully and wonderfully made by God. That is why you are unique. Give us a thumbs up. Please share this video. You know that your sister that you think is a little bit desperate. You know that your brother you think is doing a little bit too much. Send this video to them. Tell them to, watch the video and come back to the comment section. I need to hear from you. When have you ever been desperate about affection, desperate about love, desperate about being put together in a relationship, desperate about commitment, about marriage? Write it down in the comment section. Tell me a little bit about your story, and then we'll take it from there. You know how we do it. Write it down in the comment section. Until the next time I see you guys, I love you guys. Be kind to yourself and to each other. Mwah! Bye.